I'm Danny. Welcome to Mysterious Things. Join me as we discuss current topics, delve into relevant history, and uncover future energies that ignite our curiosity. Whether through conversation, intuitive insights, or intriguing tarot readings, there's always something mysterious to uncover. Well, the hot topic this month are the drones that are over New Jersey. They've been there for a month. There are all kinds of reports, some of them huge drones floating over people's houses, swarms of up to 50 of them coming off the ocean and over the town and flying in formation and disappearing and reappearing. And there are just all kinds of stories about these drones. And of course, that sparked my curiosity, and I thought it might spark yours too. I looked into this quite a bit, and what I decided was I needed to find out where the drones were actually being seen. Now, the news people all say worldwide events, but everything happening in New Jersey. And I wanted to know where else in the world these were being seen. So what I did was I went to faithful Google and a little bit of ChatGPT, and I asked both of them this question: where in the world are drones or UFOs being seen this week? And do you know what I found out? Nowhere. Nowhere but the United States. There was one sighting in Germany, but it was over a U.S. Air Force base. So now that we have it narrowed down to the United States, there are two coasts where they're being seen. They're being seen very lightly in the Washington, Oregon area, Pacific Northwest. And these seem to be little light. They go fast. They go up, down, sideways. There are reports. I actually have a video on that. I'll show you just a clip so that you can see what I'm talking about. And it just talks about the pilots talking about these things that they're seeing.
Medevac 1 Lima Foxtrot, just looking into this a little bit more. Could you give me another more accurate report, please?
All right, I'm visually have eyes on what looks like an aircraft strobe that's at my 2 o'clock and 22 miles at my altitude. I'm actually showing him on TCAS. Do you see that one?
Medevac 1 Lima Foxtrot, I do not. Does an pilot's discretion maintain 1-4000?
Maintain 1-4000, Medevac 661 Lima Foxtrot. He looks like he's moving towards, it looks like it's moving towards the north. Like I said, 22 and a half miles off my right wing. Medevac 661 Lima Fox.
Medevac 1 Lima Foxtrot, thank you.
And center, Medevac 661 Lima Fox.
Medevac 1 Lima Foxtrot, go ahead.
Just had another one show up about my 1 o'clock, about 1,000 feet high, zipping towards us and then back out towards the ocean. It's red in color, moving at extreme speeds. I don't even know how to describe how fast he's moving. 661 Lima Fox.
Medevac 1 Lima Foxtrot, roger. You are cleared to maneuver as necessary, left and right, to avoid the UFO out there, and all the reports you've given us are good information. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Yep.
Medevac 1 Lima Foxtrot, any chance you're able to film any of that?
We're trying right now, 1 Lima Foxtrot. It's weird. It's a red circular shape, and it keeps zipping out towards the ocean and then coming back in about, 20 miles or closer to us, and then it zips back out of the ocean and we can't see it. 1 Lima Fox.
Now contrast that to what's going on in New Jersey. New Jersey, there are huge drones hovering over people's houses, doing like a grid search, coming up, changing shapes and doing weird rolls and maneuvers in the sky. And everybody has seen them. Anybody that goes outside for a while oh, excuse me. Anybody that goes outside for a while could see these drones. So, are we in the middle of an ET invasion? Or is it something more grounded here in the U.S.? So, there are theories going around all over. And I'm going to play you this video, and I'm going to talk about what I feel is happening. Okay? Let's show this. Now you might wonder what that has to do with drones. I can tell you what I think. I think the U.S. military has some real AI capabilities where they're able to take these drones or whatever airplanes or whatever they are and project with AI something that the people can see. They shapeshift. Maybe you see a circle, maybe you see a triangle, maybe you see a regular plane. But I think they're all drones of some sort. Some may be manned, some may be unmanned. But they have the capability, and I don't think it's too hard to do that because they can do it on America's Got Talent. Why couldn't they do it? And I'm sure there are many bright young men in the military that are working on this day and night. So what I think we are seeing is a sort of a cloaking of drones, some drones, to change shapes and even to make them move back and forth and up and down and around and swarm to look like they could possibly be aliens. Now, why would the military be doing this? I think there are a couple of reasons. One theory that I've heard is that there is some missing uranium, and they may be searching for that, which is why the big drones going back and forth and doing like the grid search, that may be what they're doing. But to distract you from that, they have these lights in the sky, shape-shifting AI cloaked vehicles that are making you question what exactly you're seeing. Now, the military has all kinds of its own reasons for doing stuff. It could be a psyops. It could be trying to see how we would react if we were invaded by another country or another world or species or whatever. It could be that they do know that there are aliens out there. There's been a lot of stuff in Congress about that, and maybe they're softening us up for when they do announce that we actually have been in touch with aliens for years. And one of the things that I believe maybe is I watched the Congressional hearings on this. And if I have a clip, I'll put it up for you.
Military officials say they've documented at least 11 unauthorized drone incursions over nearby Picatinny Arsenal, a weapons development center. And President-elect Trump's Bedminster Golf Club is also in the area.
Local officials, guys, we spoke with said that they were very disappointed, if not outright angry, that the FBI was not part of this meeting yesterday. Some of them have called for a limited state of emergency here in the state of New Jersey, banning all drones until they can figure this thing out.
A lot of Americans that are very frustrated right now that are essentially questioning where are my taxpayer dollars going? You know, this Doge craze that's kind of starting to take hold. This is very real. I mean, this is going to come. People are going to have to come before the carpet and they're going to have to explain every single line item. What do you do here? What does this get? And so let me ask a very specific question. Mr. Wheeler, how much of the FBI budget goes towards counter UAS?
So the technical part of operational budget that I have within the critical incident response groups, just less than 500,000.
500,000? That's nothing. Well, why is it so low?
Well, I don't.
And I wonder we don't know what the hell is going on. 500,000.
So that number doesn't capture the FBI Newark investigation, for example. The budget allocation for what we're doing investigatively is not captured in that number, but for the technology we use and the way we deploy it, just under 500,000.
We want to help you. I mean,
over and over in this clip, or in these hearings, the military said, well, we just don't have the money to investigate this any further. Well, our budget doesn't extend to that. Money, money, money. It all comes down to money, doesn't it? It always does. I think they want more money. They're trying to scare the Congress into making some sort of saying that these things are security risks and they need more money for security. The Pentagon's budget has been slashed, and they're looking to get some of that back. They also are in fear of this new DOGE thing that's coming, where Elon Musk is looking at downsizing the government, particularly the military. So I think they may have gotten an operation of some sort to put the fear into the world that into the United States, to the population, and we will go to our senators and congressmen now and say, look what happened. You know, they sat for a month in our country and we did nothing, and we need more money because we couldn't possibly keep up with what was going on. So I don't know. Take it all with a grain of salt, whatever you hear on the media, because also the media, if you look at the media, every single news media is saying the same thing. We don't know what they are. The government's not telling us anything. They say that it's not going to hurt us, but how do they know if they don't tell us anything? You hear it over and over and over. So, let's take a little look. I have my Pope Tarot cards here. Knocked them over. Pope Tarot, which are huge for my hands and hard to shuffle, but I'm going to attempt. And we're going to look at what are the drones? What are the drones in New Jersey? What are the drones on the East Coast? Who's behind the drones on the East Coast? Oh, wait a minute. I can't ask two questions. Let me be more specific. Are the drones on the East Coast military in nature, owned and run by the U.S. military? Okay, so what I have the card for the reading is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is big. And we'll go back to that in a minute. The first I get is Two of Wands. The military, looking to see what's going to be happening. They're planning. They're trying to look into the future and see what's going on. They want money. They're afraid of their money being cut. And they're not going to be telling us the truth about why they're doing it. They're not telling us the truth. Here's the King of Pentacles. I believe that's Trump. And the Hermit, which is the internal workings of the military. I think they're afraid of him. They're trying to isolate or protect and isolate their money, their information, their programs. Okay. And the Devil. So they're stuck, they're worried, they're worried about the bad changes that are coming. I'm going to pull a few more cards on this. So I want to clarify the drones are there. For what reason? Whoa, they're afraid. Funding. Yeah. They don't want their funding cut. They're having nightmares over it. And so they're doing something drastic. This is very, very drastic. I'm going to ask another question. Since we're on this subject, let me do some shuffling. Are there any extraterrestrials on the East Coast in this drone situation, or is it all U.S. military? Are there any extraterrestrials? Are there any extraterrestrials? Okay, so choices, illusions. No, this is all military. This is all military. This is the end of the way the United States has been functioning. These guys are getting desperate. They don't want to see it end. They're pulling out all their forces. You know, they're hoping that it'll work. And they're feeling betrayed. You have to remember what Trump said about the military. They're a bunch of losers. He says we've got this super strong military, and yet he denigrates them at every chance he gets. And wanting to replace actual military leaders who've spent their careers protecting the United States with people that want to dismantle it. So right now, before he takes office, they're trying to get funding. And this is their last ditch effort, and they went all out. It's like pulling out all the plugs. They took their thumb out of the dike and they're letting it go. So we're seeing some stuff that they have kept under wraps for years and years and years. And that's just how I feel about it. This is for entertainment purposes only, and you may have a different opinion than I do. This is only how I feel and how I'm reading the energy around this at this moment in time. Maybe we'll take a look at this again later. Now, the other thing about drones I want to talk about is whatever is happening with the UFOs on the West Coast. So let me show you a little clip on that.
Horizon 2065, just want to verify, are there UFOs out there tonight?
President 2065, yep, had quite a few of them now out over the coast, trying to figure it out. Thankfully, we have a Pilatus. I gave him my number earlier and he's going to send us some photos and videos because we're all pretty curious. But yeah, a little unidentified flying object appearing to move at hypersonic speeds and just with precision and turning. And yeah, we're all a little perplexed. We don't see anything on our end.
Oh, that's awesome. Is there a way you can share those photos and videos as well?
Okay. So my question was, are the UFO sightings on the West Coast the same as on the East Coast, in that they are a projection of our military, or they are or are they alien or another country? So let's put it this way so I can get a complete answer. Are the West Coast UFOs aliens? Okay. Well, I get some of them. You can see that there are twice as many U.S. military actions than there are aliens. But there are some. So some of the things you're seeing may be real UFOs. Most of them aren't. Okay? We'll find out. We're going to be finding out pretty soon about them. And it's going to bring something new. We're going to be growing. We're going to be learning. We're going to be opening our minds to this new world that's being brought to us, or at least that may have been here forever, but we've not known about it. So this is it. And what it's going to cause it's going to cause a lot of strife, people arguing about it and saying they're not true and they are true and da 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 da. Just remember, you're both right. There are some that are, and there are some that are not. I think in the end, we'll actually be pleased when we actually learn that there's someone watching over us, not going to let us destroy the world. And my goodness, here's the world. So I think that's a good thing. I think that because the military has been hiding it for so long, bringing it out is going to cause a lot of problems for them internally too. They're going to be fighting over whether they should or whether they shouldn't, or but I don't think it's going to be in their hands. I think that it is eventually going to come out, and we're going to judge them. We're going to judge that they didn't bring it out sooner, and in the end, it'll be fine. So, that's about the drones. I'm so glad that you joined me. I hope you come back and we'll do this again. I'm trying to be more consistent in getting videos out. Over the holidays, I'm going to actually have more time than I had before. And so maybe I'll have some time to do this more. I do personal readings. And there's a link down below in the description. And you can book a reading there. Very, very limited readings available. So if you want one, get in. And I will see you next time. You just have a wonderful week. And know that things will be fine. Don't worry about what's going on. Nothing's going to be, nothing's going to affect you. If you don't like it, if it's making you nervous, turn the TV off. Watch a movie, play with your kids, throw the ball for a dog, go out to eat, and just get on with your life. Have a happy holiday. Bye-bye.